Hello, my friends. I hope you all are doing well. It's very early in the morning. It's just 22 minutes past midnight here in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm in the Central Time Zone, and I know a lot of my friends probably they're probably not on their phones right now. So I don't know how many people are going to be tuning in because it's um, for the Pacific time zone. It's quite late in the evening. For the Eastern time zone, it's very early in the morning, and so uh, it's kind of an odd time to start a live stream. But I still hope that um, those who are able to join will be able to participate in the live chat window because that's where we have the conversation. And so I just see the first comment in the live chat window coming from Terry Gilly, always writing a wonderful compliment. So thank you so much, Terry. It's so wonderful to see you in the live chat window. I appreciate you being here so much. So thank you, Terry. Thanks so much. And hopefully, more of our friends will be able to tune in. If you're awake and on your phone or on your computer, um, and hopefully we'll have a very lively discussion in the live chat window. My friends, President Trump is making changes to how we approach the immigrant and non-immigrant visas. Now, as a sovereign country, we have the right to set certain standards and to impose certain requirements on foreign nationals who wish to come to the United States. Do you agree with me on that? Let's just get a response first. Do you agree with me that as a sovereign country, we have the right to set certain standards and to impose certain requirements on foreign nationals who wish to come to the United States of America, right? I mean, it's our system. The visa system, the immigration system, it's our system. So definitely we have the right to set the standards as we see fit. Absolutely. Tom, good to see you, Tom. Thank you so much for being here. Are there others? Are there others? I see Colton. Anyone else? All right, my friends, please. More and more friends are tuning in. All right. On the West Coast, it's Saturday night. On the East Coast, it's Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning here in the Central Time Zone. So tune in if you can. Participate in the live chat. There's a lot that I have, there's a lot that I want to talk about. And so I'm going to proceed with the conversation. So let me just, you know what? Let's ask a question in the live chat. Can we do a poll? I think it'll be nice to do a poll. Okay. Are you happy with President Trump's performance in office so far? Let's do that. Are you happy with President Trump's performance in office so far? Let's start a poll. I hope that you'll be able to respond to the poll question. All right, my friends, our visa system has been abused for so long that foreign nationals often take things for granted. So a person on the other side of the world, far, far away from the United States, thousands and thousands of miles away from the United States. Okay? A person on the other side of the world, a foreign national, may somehow feel entitled to be in the US. And when the United States says, hold on a second, if you want to come to America on a visa, there are rules that you have to follow. And upon hearing that, the foreign national on the other side of the world may become grumpy. And the foreign national may complain and say, oh, that's not fair, that's not fair. I mean, this is the kind of situation that we are stuck in right now. And we have been stuck in this kind of a situation for a long time, because we see that foreign nationals, not all of them, but many of them, they feel entitled to be in the US. They feel like they have a right to enter the United States, that they have a right to be here, that they have a right to just come in and take advantage of our system. This has been going on for a really long time. But my friends, listen to what I have to say. We as a country, we are proud Americans. Are you a proud American? If you are a proud American, please write, my friends, in the live chat window. Write, I'm a proud American. So as a country, we have the right to do whatever we want with our immigration system, with our immigrant and non-immigrant visas. We want to increase the standards. We want to impose more and more requirements and conditions. We have the right to do that. It's our country. It's our elected government. We, the people, elected Donald J. Trump. We, the people, put the Trump administration in charge. It's because we went and voted. I don't know what state you're watching from, but if you voted for Donald J. Trump back in November 2024, I thank you. I thank you for voting for Donald J. Trump. So it's our administration, the people's administration, that is in power right now. And so we, as the United States of America, we have the right to set the standards, set the requirements, and set the conditions for immigrant and non-immigrant visas. Now, no foreign national has the right to be in the US. No foreign national can say, oh, I have a right to be in the US. How dare you not allow me to enter? Listen, foreign nationals cannot say that. It's a privilege. To get a visa, to come to America, it's a privilege. And if we allow foreign nationals to come into our country, then they can come in. If we don't allow foreign nationals to come in, then they cannot come in. It's our government, it's our system, and we voted for the administration that is in power. You know, it's a country of law and order. Everything has to be proper. And that's the basic understanding, as it should be. Now, as a country, I do believe that we need immigration, legal immigration, absolutely. No one is saying that we don't need immigrants. Yes, we need legal immigrants. We need the best and the brightest and the most hardworking people. We need honest people, those who are willing to come into the United States and they are willing to work hard and they are willing to follow the laws. They are willing to do all the paperwork. They are willing to just contribute towards the growth and success and prosperity of this nation. People who are going to come to the US and they'll work very hard, they'll try to become Americans, okay? And they have to be honest, they have to follow our nation's laws, immigration laws, and all the other laws. Not the people who wish to come here just for the taxpayer-funded benefits. I mean, sadly, There are many foreign nationals, and all that they dream of is they want to come to the US and they want to get free stuff. Because, they have heard, I mean, the world has seen, when Biden was in power, the world saw how people were entering our country, breaking and entering, okay? They were breaking our nation's immigration laws, they were coming in, and you know what? Instead of facing legal consequences, they got prizes in the form of free hotel, free food, free legal services, free medical care. In New York, folks got prepaid cards that they could use and go and shop. I mean, come on. I mean, we saw so much of craziness during the Biden administration, and it sent a very wrong message to the rest of the world. And people, foreign nationals all over the world, they were thinking, oh, they could just go to the US and they're going to get all this free stuff. It's almost like a goodie bag that's waiting for you when you enter the US. Just cross the southern border, get a goodie bag. Free stuff paid for by American taxpayers. Those days are over. We need legal immigrants, people who are honest, people who respect the American Constitution, people who follow this amazing framework of laws that we have. We need legal immigrants, law-abiding people. And we also need non-immigrant workers in certain sectors of the economy. So if anyone wants to learn more about the immigrant and the non-immigrant visas, there's really, a lot of information. There's a lot of information. You have to go to the proper website. You go to the website of the State Department, the United States Department of State. You go to the State Department's website and you are going to find information about the different categories of visas, okay? By the way, who is our Secretary of State? Who's our Secretary of State? Write the name of the Secretary of State in the live chat window. We have an amazing Secretary of State. Somebody with a lot of experience in politics, somebody who has a thorough understanding of international relations, somebody who is a great speaker, a great negotiator, just an overall brilliant person, and very much liked by most people. Who is it? Marco Rubio. That's right, Marco Rubio. I'm talking about Marco Rubio, former U.S. Senator, and now he is the Secretary of State, okay? One of the most important people in Donald Trump's administration, okay? When Donald Trump has those cabinet meetings, and those are amazing cabinet meetings, long meetings, lots of information, very productive. But when President Trump has those cabinet meetings, and you can see that, he allows each cabinet member to give updates. You've watched those meetings, right? Everyone, one by one, they give an update, or what's working, and what's going on, and what kind of things are being achieved, what kind of progress is being made. Whether you're talking about the Secretary of Energy, the Secretary of Homeland Security, the administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency, the Secretary of Transportation, everyone, okay? The Treasury Secretary, Commerce Secretary, Defense Secretary, but now it's no longer the Department of Defense. It has been renamed. It's now the Department of War, so you can say the War Secretary. Everyone gives an update, and it's front of the media. The reporters are there. It's live stream, so we can all sit at home and watch what's going on. It's very transparent, and this is something that's very special about the Trump administration, that it is transparent, okay? Now, you go back to last year, and you think about the years 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, what did we see? We saw an administration, the Biden administration, where there was zero transparency, no accountability. People wondered, like, what in the world is going on? Who's making decision? And now we hear about this auto pen, which is just crazy to even think about it. Auto pen, all these signatures. I mean, did the president at the time, Joe Biden, did he really sign stuff, or was it being done by the auto pen? I mean, what a mystery, right? What a mystery. When are we going to get the answers? So we went from probably the least transparent administration to now the most transparent administration. We went from the Biden administration, zero transparency, to the Trump administration, full transparency, full accountability. So truly, truly amazing. Great things are happening in this country. And, I always said to people that don't lose hope. You can go and listen to my old videos from last year. I always said, don't lose hope. We have to think positive. And, at the time I said, we are suffering because of the Biden administration. But, we have to have hope. We have to dream about better days. And now the better days are here. We have the Trump administration. And thank God. I thank God. Imagine what life would be if we had Kamala Harris in office right now. What a nightmare. I don't even want to think about it. Oh my God. We could have gone from the Biden administration to the Kamala Harris administration, and that would be a complete nightmare. But I kept saying over and over again so many times, let's have hope. Let's think positive. And see, it's the power of prayers. And it's our vote. The power of our vote. Now we have the Trump administration, and great things are happening in this country. We are making America great again, just like it says here on my hat. Make America great again. That's what we are focused on, my friends. And it's not just the Trump administration, it's us, the American people. We are working hard every day to make America great again, and we have amazing leadership in the White House. So, my friends, let me continue. So, I was talking about the Department of State. I was talking about the different categories of visas. We have the amazing Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. He's doing a great job. So if you look at the different categories of visas, you're going to find a visa category called H-1B. H-1B, that's right. Now, you may be saying, Tassif, we already heard a lot about H-1B. It's been in the news. So many people have talked about H-1B visa. We heard about the debates. We know what's going on. Now, not everyone may know what's going on. So I'm going to try to share some helpful information with you. And it seems like you already know the information. Then that's great. Because you know what? I know that a lot of the viewers on this channel, they are pretty well informed, because they try to stay informed about what's going on in their city, in their state, and in the country. So some of you may know this information already, but for those who don't, I'm going to share some facts and figures with you. So thank you for being here. By the way, I'm going to take a little break here because I see a lot of new viewers are coming in, a lot of new names. So let's see how many Trump supporters are there. Jamie is here. Jamie is saying, go Team Trump. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie, good to see you. Thanks for being here. And there's another viewer. I can't really pronounce the name here, but there are the Numbers 97 says, "Make America Great Again." Thank you so much. Yes, that's what we are focused on. We want to make America great again. So thanks for being here. And Jamie, great to see you. Anyone else here? Anyone else? Anyone else? Let's see. I see lots of comments here. But anyone here who wants to make America great again? Dominic is saying, POTUS Trump. Absolutely. President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. We love him. We support him. All right. Let's see. Okay. Viewer writes, you just earned a new subscriber. Thank you so much. And that's an important point. I'm glad you mentioned that. My friends, if you want to be a part of this community, you love freedom, you love and respect our Constitution, you want the rule of law, you want prosperity, you want the United States to continue to be the #1 country, the #1 in the world, be a part of this community. Subscribe. You can go back to early 2024, January 2024, when I first started doing live streams, and go and look how many live streams I've done. You will not believe it. I have done live streams that are more than 3 hours long. That's right. For more than 3 hours, without a break, I kept doing live streams discussing social and political issues, domestic and international. One of my live streams, I believe it was more than 3 hours and 30 minutes long. It was so long that I had to end it because the battery of my phone was dying, so I had to stop the live stream. But I just kept going and going, and we had thousands and thousands of viewers, people participating in the live chat, and it was just so amazing. And this is what keeps me energized. When I see people from all over the country, all over the world, we have friends around the world who are also, they want freedom. They are trying to, promote freedom and rule of law. We welcome everyone in the live chat, all right? You're in the United States, you're outside the United States. If you believe in freedom, join this community. Join this community. Subscribe, because when you subscribe, next time I do a live stream, you're likely to get a notification, and then you can tune in. So thank you so very much. Somebody is asking me, you MAGA? Well, I want to make America great again. Absolutely. It's all about MAGA. See, make America great again, right? So you love my hat? Just say MAGA. All right, my friends. So I'm going to continue. You may have heard about this H-1B visa, which is a non-immigrant visa program. It's not an immigrant visa. It's a non-immigrant visa program. Now, this has been in the news quite a bit this year. H-1B, it's a visa to bring temporary workers into the United States. Temporary, not permanent. Temporary workers. And these are not permanent residents of the United States. They're temporary workers. They are workers who come to America on a temporary basis for jobs that require high-skilled workers, okay? Now, just like many other government programs, this H-1B visa program also has been severely abused. There are many government programs, and a lot of programs were formed with good intentions, but we have seen that because of lack of oversight, because of lack of inefficiency, or for other reasons, we have seen that visa programs and other government programs have been severely abused. And what has happened is that American workers have been replaced by these foreign workers coming to the US on H-1B visa, all right? And this is sad. This should never have happened, but it has happened, okay? It has happened. It's been happening for a long time. And no one really did anything until now. Because now we have Donald J. Trump in office, and President Trump is not going to allow foreign workers to replace American workers, because President Trump made it very clear he's going to put America first and Americans first, right? You heard that. And it's not just a promise. President Trump is delivering. He's fulfilling the promises that he made to the American people, President Trump and his Republican allies. So, my friends, there are companies, this is what's been happening. There are companies that could hire high-skilled American workers, but instead they hire foreign workers with H-1B visa. And one reason that companies have chosen to hire foreign workers rather than American workers with the same skill set is because the companies, they want to pay lower wages and lower salaries, plain and simple. They are looking for cheaper labor. And some companies, they look for ways to cut costs in any possible way. And they then decide that it's cheaper to hire foreign workers on H-1B visa than to hire American workers. Now, I understand private businesses, they have certain objectives, they have certain goals, they want to save money, they want to cut costs, they want to increase profit, they want to make bigger profits. And you know what? I just want to say, making a profit is absolutely fine. That's why the businesses are there, because they want to provide high quality product, high quality service, and they want to do it efficiently, and they want to make a profit. That's fine. Profit is good. But you know what? There has to be some conscience involved in such decision making. You know, if let's say I'm a business owner, and let's say I'm expanding operation and I want to hire workers. I'm looking at the labor market. I want to hire workers. You know what I would like to do? And I can speak for myself. What I would like to do in that situation is I'm going to look for skilled American workers. I would be proud to hire American workers. Now, if there's a job for which it is hard to find an American worker with the required skill set, then sure, you can try to find a foreign worker who can do the job. But to deliberately not hire American workers and to knowingly choose foreign workers just for the sake of saving money in the form of lower wages and lower salaries, that's really unacceptable. You know, any American business should always prioritize hiring American workers. It's really, I mean, if I'm an employer and I'm hiring American workers and they're working in my firm, they're earning paychecks, they're getting good benefits, it's going to make me proud as an employer. Absolutely. So American businesses should focus on hiring American workers. And yes, if there are jobs, as I said, and I'm repeating myself now, if there are jobs for which you cannot find American workers, you're going to have to bring in skilled workers from outside the country. It's fine. That's why the H-1B visa exists. It's there for a reason. I'm not saying that it should be eliminated. I'm not saying it should be abolished. It's there for a reason. But the program cannot be abused. The program is there for a reason. It has to be used properly, efficiently, and we also have to make sure that American workers are not being replaced by foreign workers. Foreign workers can come in as long as it's reasonable. It has to be reasonable. And it's going to have to be America first. So, my friends, um, what this program has done, this H-1B, here's what went wrong with H-1B. What this program has done over the years is it has created a massive pipeline of foreign workers coming to the US and taking American jobs, while highly qualified, highly skilled American workers are left out. So foreign workers coming to the US, taking up high-paying jobs, good jobs, because even if those jobs are high-paying, the companies are still saving money by hiring foreign workers than what they would have to pay if they hired American workers. So qualified American workers are being left out. Foreign workers are taking up all the jobs. And really, if you think about it, it's not just. It's not just. It's a form of injustice towards the American workers. So President Trump, what he has done is he has issued a proclamation to impose certain restrictions on H-1B visa. Okay? And I'm going to talk about that, but let me take a look here. Hold on a second, my friends. Let's see. All right, my friends, if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. I would encourage you to subscribe. Who has subscribed today? Who's a new subscriber? Just say me or new subscriber. Let's see. Leonel is saying me. James is saying me. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Bart is here. Hello, Bart. Jimmy, good to see you, Jimmy. Thanks for being here. All right, awesome. All right, my friends. MAGA, Marx is saying MAGA. Thank you, Marx. That is great. So wonderful to see you all. Wow, 47 likes on this video already. Well, 3 more likes, then we reach 50. It's going to be a nice milestone. Jamie is saying, welcome new subscribers. Jamie, tell the new friends that we have here. Tell them about this channel. Tell them what your experience has been watching these videos and participating in the live chat. Do you like it, Jamie? Just say something about the channel to the new viewers, to the new subscribers, to the new friends of this community. Joe is here. Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe. Thank you for being here, Joe. All right. Jamie's saying, we love you all. Absolutely. We love you. Thanks for being here. And you know what? We truly welcome people from, all walks of life, people with different viewpoints, people with, I mean, did you vote for Democrats? That's fine. You can still be a part of this community and share your thoughts. You don't have to agree with everything that I'm saying. You can disagree with everything that I'm saying. That's fine. Still subscribe, stay connected. This is what is great about this country. We can have dialogue, and we can present our viewpoints. So, yeah, just be a part of this community. Hold on one second, my friends. Uh, all right. Okay. So many comments pouring in today. Well, not everyone likes me here. I see that. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Awesome. Hey, listen. Even to those who are here and they don't like me, they don't like what I'm saying, still, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thanks for spending your time. Thanks for spending your time watching my video. I appreciate it. All right. All right. So many comments. I can't even read a single line because it's just going so fast. Pretty amazing. All right, my friends. So I was mentioning a proclamation that President Trump has issued to impose certain restrictions on H-1B visa. And what I'm going to do now, get ready for this, all right? I'm going to read to you a few sentences from the proclamation, all right? This is the proclamation. And I quote, "This proclamation requires a $100,000 payment to accompany any new H-1B visa petitions submitted after 12:01 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on September 21st of 2025. This includes the 2026 lottery and any other H-1B petitions submitted after 12:01 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on September 21st of 2025. This proclamation authorizes the Department of Homeland Security and the Department of State to coordinate to take all necessary and appropriate action to implement this proclamation." Wow. End quote. Wow. This is great. Now, right after this decision was announced, there was a lot of fear mongering among the left-wing folks. That's what they do, you know. The political left, if you observe them very closely, you'll see that a lot of left-wing activists, their specialty is fear-mongering. They specialize in fear-mongering. They spread fear. Oh, the sky is falling. Oh, the world is ending. I mean, that's what they do. Even if you just simply look at the climate change activism, oh, the world's going to end. The water level will rise and there's going to be massive flood. Everything's going to be wiped out. I mean, this is what the left does. They do fear mongering. All right? Like everything's coming to an end. Oh, there's going to be, the world's ending. You know what? Everything's going to be fine. This proclamation is a necessary step. The world is not ending, just to be clear. This proclamation does not apply to any previously issued H-1B visas or any petitions submitted prior to 12:01 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on September 21st of 2025. This proclamation does not change any payments or fees required to this proclamation does not change any payments or fees required to be submitted in connection with any H-1B renewals. This fee is a one-time fee on submission of a new H-1B petition. This proclamation does not prevent any holder of a current H-1B visa from traveling in and out of the United States. Yeah, people will just have to read the facts. Read the facts. Don't listen to the narrative of the political left. Don't listen to the left-wing fear-mongering. Read, search for accurate information, and be an informed individual. Alan, thank you, Alan. Thanks for being here. All right. Now, I think that this presidential proclamation is a step towards addressing a very big problem that we have been seeing in the United States for a very long time. The abuse of the H-1B visa program. That's the problem. And President Donald J. Trump is trying to fix that problem. So, if you look in the field of science and technology, what can we see? We've seen, in the field of science and technology, we've seen over a period of many years, we've seen massive influx of foreign workers. Look at Silicon Valley. Look at Silicon Valley. Look at other parts of the country in areas where there are IT firms or IT-related firms, information technology firms, IT firms. You will certainly find a large proportion of foreign workers with H-1B visa. Jamie is asking what kind of tea I'm drinking. I'm drinking Royal English Breakfast, all right? Royal English Breakfast tea. That's what I'm drinking right now. Very, very refreshing. And it's my Wisconsin cup. You can see that. Wisconsin cup. So, friends, the IT sector is such a sector where if the American workers fall behind, if the American workers are not getting opportunities in the IT sector, then there might be huge national security implications down the road. In the IT sector, in science and technology, we want American workers. We cannot flood the IT sector with foreign workers, but that is what has been happening, which is why I'm talking about the abuse of the H-1B visa. So, Freshly is here. Freshly, good to see you, Freshly. Thanks for being here. That's our friend Jake from New York. By the way, I want to do a quick exercise here. If you are a Trump supporter, please write Trump 2025 in the live chat, because just flood the live chat window with Trump 2025 with that comment, because what that does is it visually allows us to see how many Trump supporters are here. Yeah, just write Trump. Okay, I see Knights is writing Trump 2028. Marco is writing Trump 2028. Sharice is here. Sharice is writing Trump 2025. Freshly is writing Trump 2025. Wonderful, my friends. Do it. Yeah. Brad is here. Hello, Brad. There are others. Brian Ramsey, Trump 2025. There's somebody else, INA. And, how do you spell that name? I apologize if I'm not able to spell your name, but thank you to pronounce your name properly. But thanks for writing Trump 2025. Let's see how many others are doing the same. Jamie is writing Trump. Let's see. All right. Wow, lots of Trump supporters here. Janice is writing Trump 2025. Janice from Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you. We love Las Vegas. Thanks for being here, Janice. Appreciate that. Swaggy is here. Oh my God, Swaggy. Great to see you. That's our friend Swaggy. That's Swaggy. Colin from Los Angeles. Colin, so great to see you. So great to see you. That's our friend Colin. Wonderful to see you. It's been a while. Um, Freshly is saying, don't we all love Swaggy? Absolutely, we do. Swaggy is such a wonderful friend of our freedom-loving community. Thank you for being here, Swaggy. That's our friend Colin. All right. Oh, we got Sherry from Racine. Sherry goes by the name Nikki. So Sherry's writing Trump 2025 MAGA forever. Sherry from Racine, Wisconsin, just about 2 hours from where I am in Madison, Wisconsin. Sherry, wonderful to see you. Thanks for being here. Brad is here. Brad, good to see you always. See, we got our old friends here, and we are also making some new friends, which is so wonderful. We got some new friends here, and we always want to grow this community so we can spread our message to more people. All right. Subscribe, my friends. If you have not done so already, please subscribe. I would appreciate that very much. All right. Give me a second here. Knights is saying, God bless you. God bless you, Knights. God bless you. Thank you. Thanks for being here. God bless you all. You know, we have a bright future ahead as a country. We do. All right. So, my friends, as I was saying, in his proclamation, President Trump stated the following. And what I'm going to share with you now are some numbers, some data. So I hope that you're going to be paying attention because this is very, very important. So let me read to you from this proclamation what President Trump wrote in the proclamation. Are you ready? Just let me know when you're ready because I want you to focus on this. This is important. Are you ready? Just say ready. Then I'll start. Let me know. Swaggy saying ready. Awesome. All right, Swaggy. I'm going to start here. All right, Martin is saying ready. Great. Let's start. I start, and here's the quote. Between 2000 and 2019, hold on one second. I'm gonna find some more thorough information. Hold on. Give me an extra second here. Okay. Okay. Here it goes. I'm going to read to you directly from the proclamation. I had printed out some information, but no, I'm going to read to you directly from the White House website. So here it goes, and I quote, the number of foreign STEM workers, and STEM meaning science, technology, engineering, and math, all right? So here's the quote. The number of foreign STEM workers in the United States has more than doubled between 2000 and 2019, increasing from 1.2 million to almost 2.5 million, while overall STEM employment has only increased 44.5% during that time. Among computer and math occupations, the foreign share of the workforce grew from 17.7% in 2000 to 26.1% in 2019. And the key facilitator for this influx of foreign STEM labor has been the abuse of the H-1B visa. I don't need to explain that anymore. I think you all understand what's going on here. You all understand this. The American workers are being left out. And all these STEM jobs, these jobs that require high skills, these jobs are going to foreign workers, folks who are here on H-1B visa. And the American workers are being left behind. So this is something that needs to be addressed, and President Trump is doing that. He's fixing the problem, and the numbers will tell you the story. So this question about this $100,000 payment for getting an H-1B visa, I think it's fair. I think it's fair. I mean, I want to hear your thoughts, okay? I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think? This $100,000 payment that President Trump decided on, this $100,000 payment for getting an H-1B visa, do you think it's fair? I think it's fair. Now, you can argue if it should be around $100,000 payment, or maybe $95,000, or maybe $90,000. You may say, oh, 100,000 is too high, make it 90,000. And some of you might say, you know what? $100,000 is not a big enough payment. Make it 110. I know that I'm speaking to a diverse audience, and you will have different thoughts, different opinions on this. Some of you will say 100,000 is just perfect. Some of you will say, no, bring it down to 90. Some will say, take it up to 120. I'm going to get different viewpoints. That's fine. You can look at different numbers. But the number that this administration, the Trump administration, has announced is $100,000 payment. 100,000. It's a round number. It's an easy to remember number. It's about simplification, my friends. Keeping things simple. Keeping things simple while solving big problems. So it's $100,000. What are your thoughts on that? Share with me your thoughts, my friends. And subscribe if you have not done so already. All right. Any thoughts? Anything you want to share? You know, every now and then I take a break by staying a little silent for maybe a few seconds or half a minute or a minute. It doesn't mean that I'm done with the live stream. I have a lot to talk about, so don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, okay? Stay here, my friends. We have more to discuss. More to discuss. We are just 55 minutes into the live stream. We're going to be here for maybe a little longer, maybe much longer. Who knows? It all depends on what you want to discuss and how many more questions you have, how many more comments you want to share. It all depends on that. I need to give my voice a little rest. That's why I'm here drinking tea. All right, let's see. So many comments. I can't even read one complete sentence. There are so many comments pouring in. Comments pouring in. Comments are pouring in, my friends. All right. All right. Okay. Wow, 74 likes on this video today. Well, we can go up to 100, can't we? 100 likes. Can we do that? 100 likes on this video? I would appreciate that. All right. Okay. So, my friends, those are all the thoughts I have for today for H-1B visa, okay? But there are more things to talk about. Now, how many of you have been paying attention to the news coming out of Illinois? What's going on in Illinois, it needs to be discussed. First of all, let me tell you this, and my friends know this already. My friends know this already. I support the ICE agents. I support the federal agents who are putting their own lives at risk to catch the criminal illegal aliens. So in Chicago, the situation is quite heated. ICE was doing the job that they're supposed to do, but we have seen over a period of weeks now a significant increase in the disturbance, in the disruption, in the destruction caused by the rioters. So the rioters, the agitators, the left-wing activists, all the troublemakers, they're in the Chicago area, they're in Broadview, they're in Illinois, causing disturbance, trying to prevent ICE from doing its job. Okay? So now, more than ever, we have to show our strong support for the ICE agents, for the federal agents, not just the ICE agents, but the other agencies cooperating with ICE, working with ICE, collaborating with ICE to make America safe again. It's really about making America safe again. Everything that the ICE agents are doing It's all aimed at making America safe again because this is what we voted for. This is what we voted for. So I've seen different video clips, I've seen different news updates, I've seen different things that various reporters posted on social media. Um, um, Information coming from the ground, information about incidents and events taking place in Illinois, and you can see that the left-wing agitators, they are really out there trying to provoke the federal agents, not letting the federal agents do their jobs, going right up to them and saying, hurling insults, making all kinds of nasty comments, engaging in name calling. This is what the left-wing agitators are doing. They're engaging in name calling, they're insulting the federal agents, they're saying all kinds of really horrible stuff. And not just that, but like physically, these left wing agitators are trying to prevent ICE and the federal agents from doing their jobs. And so the federal agents have to take action to respond, whether it's um, deploying tear gas or deploying some other um, you know some other resource to try to calm the situation down and to improve safety and security of the ICE facility in Broadview. So you can see that there are so many of these left-wing agitators out there, and their singular focus is to stop the Trump administration from being successful. Okay? Which means that the left-wing agitators are trying to stop us from being successful because we voted for Donald Trump, because we wanted to see the Trump administration, and we still want to see the Trump administration catch the illegal aliens, detain them, arrest them, and deport them. So any left-wing agitator or any entity that tries to interfere with that process is actually going against the will of the American people. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with my viewpoints? Each and every day, I'm going to support the ICE agents. I'm going to support all the federal agents who are working hard to make America safe again. Debbie, you agree with me. Thank you, Debbie. Appreciate that. All right. Jane is saying hello. Hi, Jane. All right. Hold on. Somebody's asking me. Hold on. I gotta look at this comment here. Huh? So, so a viewer is asking, do you consider yourself an American? Great question. Coming from Jaskaran, am I pronouncing it correctly? I don't know. Viewer asking me, do you consider yourself an American? I am an American. I've taken the oath of allegiance. I'm a naturalized United States citizen. Okay, I have a U.S. passport. I am an American. I have my naturalization certificate. I'm an American. I'm a proud American. So, to answer your question, Jaskaran, yes, I'm an American, and I'm very, very proud to be an American. So, that's my answer. Thank you for your question. If I get meaningful questions, I'll answer the questions. Um, I'll answer the questions, all right? But I know that there are some trolls out there. You can see them in the live chat. They don't want, they're not here to ask meaningful questions. They're just here to, you know, make fun of me, all right? Um, but if you ask logical questions, like real questions, I'm happy to answer. Happy to answer. Anytime. Anytime. Um, and oh, somebody is saying, somebody is mentioning India. So, Sharice, you're correct. I am not from India. For anyone who has that question, DSAR, good to see you. If anyone has that question, like where I'm from, I'm not from India. Okay. Um, so, yeah. Don't draw conclusions. You can ask me where I'm from. Um, I'm not from India. Someone's saying fix your teeth. What's wrong with my teeth? There's nothing wrong with my teeth. And I've actually I saw my dentist a few weeks ago. So my teeth is fine. Okay, I got an X-ray. I got a cleaning done and everything. So my teeth is in good shape. Trust me. And I'm not saying that. It's my dentist saying that. Jara is saying show the hat tag. You want to see the tag? See the tag. Here. You won't believe me how many times I've shown this tag. What does it say? It says made in USA. Made in USA. And in case you're wondering what USA means United States of America. All right? So this is made in the United States of America. And I've probably shown this tag, I don't know, a million times, I think, on this channel because, people often bring that up. Like, show us the tag. Well, it's made in America. Yeah, Swaggy is saying made in US of A, United States of America. Absolutely. Um, wow, more and more people are coming in now. That's great. Um, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Was it you, Renee, who said good morning? Um, thank you. Good morning. I'm taking a little break, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. Renee is saying yes, sir. Thank you, Renee, for being here. I appreciate that very much. Let us continue the conversation. Um, someone's saying this dude ain't American. Like, really, who are you to decide if I'm American or not? Who are you? Really, I mean, you could ask me, like somebody just did, if I'm an American, and I said, yes, I'm an American. In legal terms, I'm an American. From the heart, I'm an American. From the soul, I'm an American. Legally, I'm an American because I'm a naturalized US citizen. I have the US passport. And additionally, from deep inside my heart, I'm an American. My soul, I'm an American. So I'm an American in every possible way. Okay, so for somebody to say this dude ain't American, I mean, what are you trying to prove? Yes, I am an American. All right. Wow. I can't keep up with the comment section. So many comments. Wow. Uh, P. Norton, I was not referring to your comment. I was referring to the comment made by this person named Anonymous. Okay? P. Norton, um, I was not referring to any comment from you. There's this other person whose name is Anonymous. That person was saying uh, that I'm not American. So P. Norton, you probably misunderstood me. I was not referring to your comment. All right, just wanted to clarify that. See, there are so many comments that come in. Sometimes there may be confusion about which comment I'm referring to, which comment I'm answering, responding to. So please don't misunderstand. I was referring to this comment from this person named Anonymous whatever, um, who was saying that I'm not American, okay? Um, I hope that clarified everything. Let me know, all right? Swaggy is asking everyone to like and subscribe. Thank you, Swaggy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Swaggy, for encouraging others to subscribe. Uh, Freshly saying, I joined the channel at 4K. Yeah, Freshly, yeah, I think so. You started watching this when the subscriber count was 4K, 4,000, right? Wow, it's been quite a journey so far. And Swaggy is the one who came up with TTTT, which means Tossif tells the truth. And it has become so popular, Swaggy, so popular. And Swaggy is the one who came up with that. Our friend Colin from California. Swaggy is saying TTTT. Thank you, Swaggy. Thank you so very much. See, on this channel, we have people tuning in from East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, mountain area, um, so many places. Okay, let me ask you this question. Write the name of the city and the state that you're from. Let's see where people are from. Um, and if you're from outside the country, just write the name of the country, okay? Oh my God, Laura is here from Texas. Laura, so wonderful to see you. So wonderful to see Laura. Laura has been a friend of this channel for a very long time. Always great to see Laura Floyd from the great state of Texas. You can't just say Texas. If I say Laura from Texas, no. Laura from the great state of Texas, because Texas is truly great. Always. Always. And I'm saying that I'm in Wisconsin, and I'm saying that Texas, always great. All right, let me read some of the comments to see where everyone's from. Give me a second here. I'm going to change the screen. Let's see. I'm going to scroll back a little bit to see where everyone's from. I'm going to try to read the comments. Okay. So Renee is from Texas. Wonderful. Jaskaran is from Australia. Andrew Miles is from Seattle. He writes Seattle for Trump, which is awesome. Renee, I mentioned Texas. Freshly, that's our friend Jake from New York. And Debbie is from Oklahoma. Gonzalez is from Pakistan. Um, Tammy is from Alabama. Our friend Sherry, who goes by the name Nikki here, is from Racine, Wisconsin. Linda is from North Carolina. Swaggy is from California. Inglewood, California, Swaggy. Um, Always great to see our friend Swaggy. Gregory is from Michigan. Wonderful. We got Mohammed from Singapore. Singapore is a beautiful, beautiful country. Beautiful place. Thanks for being here. Um, Michelle is from Washington State. Michelle, thank you so much. Robot, what's that? Is from Seattle. DSAR is from Santa Fe, New Mexico. Laura from San Antonio, Texas. Anthony, you're saying Wisconsin and ha ha ha. What does that mean? Are you from Wisconsin or are you just laughing? All right. Who else? Jim is from Arizona. Wonderful. Okay. Who else? Let's see. I'm not going to read the comments from the trolls, all right? I'm skipping a lot of comments because the trolls are pretty active tonight here. Or I should say this morning because it's morning. All right. Somebody writes Antarctica. Wow. Let's see. We got today we got a lot of new friends who joined our community by subscribing. So it's truly wonderful. Okay. Let's see. Gregory is saying you look sleepy. Yeah. Well, it's like 1:40 a.m. So yeah, maybe, well, not really that sleepy because I had a lot of caffeine because I drank Royal English breakfast tea. Okay, so as I was saying, the situation in Illinois is pretty heated, and I just found out from the news updates that National Guard is going to be deployed, and I think it's a very necessary step at this point to deploy the National Guard because the situation is getting out of control. ICE is doing what they can do, the federal agents working hard, and it's time for the National Guard. I think it's a good decision to deploy the National Guard. I would be supportive of that. What about you? What do you think? Do you support the idea of deploying the National Guard in Illinois? Marjorie is saying yes. All right. So Marjorie supports the idea of deploying the National Guard. Debbie is saying yes. That's wonderful. Thank you, Marjorie. Thank you, Debbie. I agree. Charisse is saying yes. Gregory is not sure. Okay. That's fine. That's fine, Gregory. Swaggy is saying I support the idea. That's wonderful. Robot is saying no. Okay, so Robot doesn't agree. Tammy agrees. Tammy says agree. Great. Sherry is saying yes. Freshly says agree. Chanda is saying yes. Send in the guard. Thank you, Chanda. I think, Chanda, it's been a while since we've seen you, right? On this channel. Well, I haven't done a live stream in a while. I mean, I've done live streams here and there, but not regularly. So weeks went by without me doing a live stream. So great to see you, Chanda. Great to see you. Laura Floyd is saying yes. Uh, Rainey is saying yes. True Patriot. True Patriot is here. Isn't that you, Lizzie? Is that you, Lizzie? Is that the name? See, I remember. Just confirm. The True Patriot. Are you Lizzie? I try to remember everyone's name. If you're using a different screen name, which is not your real name, but at some point you've introduced yourself, I try to remember that name. So, True Patriot, are you Lizzie? Let me know. Good to see you. Reading the comments here. Mm. Let's see. Amanda, thank you for the wonderful compliment, Amanda. I see that compliment. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. This live stream started with a compliment. If you scroll back, you're going to see Terry Gilly gave me such a wonderful compliment. Amanda, thank you so much. All right. Michael is saying, nice hat, sir. Thank you. I love this hat. Special hat with a special message. This hat, it has a message, a special message, make America great again. But this hat is a powerful hat because it's about commitment. This hat is about determination. This hat is about looking into the future. This hat is about hope. This hat is about optimism. This hat is about the willingness to do what is necessary to make our country greater than ever before. That is what makes this hat so special. So special. American made, writes MAGA Nation. Let's go MAGA USA. Lots of patriots here. Lots of patriots. Rohit is asking, what part of India are you from? I am not from India, Rohit. I'm not from India. Not from India. Andy is writing, you are from Sri Lanka. I'm not from Sri Lanka. I am not from Sri Lanka. I'm not from India. right, let's see. I'm trying to catch up with all the comments here. Renee saying family of patriots. This is a family of patriots. Absolutely. Now, for those who want to know where I'm originally from, those who have not um, watched my live streams or my videos before, and you're wondering where I'm originally from, I was born and raised in the city of Dhaka in Bangladesh. Bangladesh is in Asia, all right, South Asia. It's a South Asian country, Bangladesh. That's where I was born and raised, in the city of Dhaka, which is the capital city. And I came to the United States as a legal immigrant, and I became a naturalized American citizen. So, for those who don't know me, that's a quick introduction. I hope that's helpful, because people have been making guesses. Some people say, "Are you from India? Are you from Sri Lanka? Are you from?" You know, people are making guesses. So I thought I'll just let you know where I'm from originally. All right. Okay. Wow. 1 hour 27 minutes into the live stream. Okay, so we've been here almost 90 minutes, getting pretty close to 90 minutes. 99 likes on this video. Wow. Someone's asking, you from Mexico? I'm not from Mexico. I just said where I'm from originally. 100 likes. Thank you so very much, my friends. 100 likes on this video. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Lots of new names. Joshua is writing Trump, USA. Thank you, Joshua. Hold on a second here. Yeah, more than 100 likes. 106. 106. Very cool. All right. By the way, since you're on this channel, make sure you watch some of my previous videos. I've covered so many different topics. I've talked about energy policy. I've talked about healthcare policy. I've talked about immigration and international relations and, just overall business climate. I've talked about just different things. Okay. So make sure that you maybe click on some of the old videos. It'll give you an understanding of the things, the wide variety of topics that we've covered on this channel. All right. All right. So I think it'll be it'll be important, very important, to follow the events in Illinois. Uh, at this point, I think it's pretty confirmed that the National Guard is going to be deployed in Illinois to bring situation under control. Let's see. Yeah, White House authorizes deployment of National Guard to Illinois. So it's already been authorized. I'm reading another news headline. It says Trump says he'll send National Guard to Chicago. Um, the other news update is Trump to federalize Illinois National Guard. If it has to be done, it has to be done. And I think people over here agree pretty strongly that at this point the National Guard is needed in Illinois. And President Donald J. Trump is going to have to federalize the National Guard for deployment. Right step, necessary step. And it's time. It's time to make sure that the lawlessness, the widespread lawlessness in the Chicago area, it has to be addressed. We cannot allow lawlessness to continue in society. Okay? And Chicago has been out of control. And I think President Donald Trump has exercised tremendous patience when it comes to the Chicago area. I mean, he could have deployed the National Guard a long time ago, okay, because we've been hearing about this for a while. But President Trump, he has exercised tremendous patience. He sent in the federal agents to catch the criminal illegal aliens, and the federal agents made great progress, but things started getting out of control because of all the rioting, all the lawlessness, all the, peaceful protest is okay, but when peaceful protest becomes destructive, that cannot be allowed. Destruction of property, disruption of government business, because the protesters, the agitators really, they were trying to prevent the federal agents from doing their jobs. And the scene outside the ICE facility in Broadview, Illinois, I mean, we've seen day after day after day, completely out of control because of all the rioting that was taking place. So now it's really time to take action and to federalize the National Guard. And I'm glad that President Trump is taking the right action, and he has the right people in his administration. He's got Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. He's got Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem. He's got the border czar Tom Homan. All great people, wonderful people, and the Trump administration truly is the greatest administration. And I think I'm not the only one saying that. Many people agree with that assessment. So let's see. All right, my friends, I'm going to be wrapping up this live stream here really soon. But before I wrap up the live stream, let's do once more, let's do this show of support for our great president, Donald J. Trump. Write Trump 2025 if you want, or just say I love Trump, or President Trump is great. Write something in support of President Trump, and let's see, let's flood the live chat window with comments of support for our great president. I see it. I see it. Lizzie is writing Trump. Chanda is writing Trump 2025. I think Sherry also wrote something in support of President Trump. Swaggy is writing Trump 2025. Um, that is so great. That is so great. Thank you so much. Uh, wow. Swaggy, thank you so much. Swaggy writes, we love Trump. Lots of comments. I can't read all the comments. Tremendous support for President Trump. I can see that. Lizzie, thank you. The true patriot, Trump. Wow. So wonderful. All right, my friends. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't done so already. Subscribing and staying connected would be great. I'm going to wrap up this live stream. Chanda is saying, never get tired of winning, MAGA. We will keep winning, winning, and winning, Chanda. Absolutely. Okay, so thank you, my friends. I hope you all have a great rest of the day. Thank you for tuning in for this live stream. There's going to be a lot more to talk about going forward, so please stay connected. And please pray for President Trump. Please pray for the Trump administration. Please pray for the federal agents, the ICE agents who are doing great work, okay? And my friends, remember, together we will make America great again. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful night. Well, it's early morning, but um, have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful morning. And I'll be back again very soon. God bless you all. Thank you so very much, my friends. Thank you.